Okay, this is a personal reading. I had to start the video over, but what I had said was it was 234 when I started doing the reading, and I just, every time I see 234, I think of Psalm 23:4. So, fear no evil. This is a personal reading for Lindsay, and I'm excited about this one because it's people realizing they have spiritual gifts, right? Waking up in spiritual warfare. And it's like you're kind of trying to navigate what to do next. And it's like the very first thing is to work on yourself. And that's why I love that you booked this, so we can see specifically how to raise your frequency, but also I feel like this is going to give you confirmations because it feels like you're already in a position where you've been picking up on things. Their unfaithfulness, it's like there could have been times where you thought to yourself something was going on, maybe not even in regards to cheating, but things that you suspected and you were right, okay? So let's get into it, okay? I'm gonna pull, I'll go back and forth. I'll start with the Whispers of the Unsolved. This is by The Reckoning Co. So we will just see, what does Lindsay need to know right now? What's something happening behind the scenes that Lindsay needs to be aware of? Okay. Let's see. Lindsay needs to know. All right, so we've got Woods and Concealed. Honestly, the first thing I thought of was your spiritual gifts, right, that have been hidden are now coming out, but that's also causing you to discover what's also hidden, right? Hidden and concealed. What else do we need to know? Okay, church. So I don't know if you know if your husband is a Mason or not. Okay. Is a Freemason. You honestly, seeing church and woods, it's like you could also be targeted. Like literally, this is the spiritual warfare. Okay. Because it's like seeing the church, like fake churchgoers, and then the woods, it's just giving me like weird ritual things. So this could also be, if it's not your husband, this could be fake friends, family members. All right, we just paused it at 3:05. I don't know if there was something that you debated that could have happened like in Miami or on vacation. But we've got woods and church. What else? What do we need to know? What does Lindsay need to know with wood and church? Some elaboration on that. Oh. Fuck. Dude, I don't know. So, okay. This is obviously confirmation. This is wild. So it's like, yeah, if you feel like you're being gang stalked, you probably are. Honestly, seeing that, it's like if you feel like you're being like put up for sacrifice, right? But what I want, okay. Confirmation too, when you're seeing this, if you remember back when, right? Like say if your husband is a Mason or he does hang out with a group of friends or whatever the case is, if you remember when he first started hanging out with these friends and it started acting differently, and if you were like, you know what I mean? Like kind of like to yourself, like, what the fuck? It's almost like hearing people, it's like witnessing the way other people also act, maybe treat their spouses, maybe like pushed him to act a certain type of way. Let's see, hold on. All right, what else do we need to know? Yeah. It's like, this is relatable as fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a cock measuring contest. Everybody wants to have nicer things than everybody else. But now it's like, what is, right? Like, what are these people willing to do to get this? And that's where this whole program comes in. The life insurance policies. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, so we got witness popped out. You could have somebody even in the future come to you with something that they saw. Maybe they know that your husband did something and it's like eating them up, right? Didn't pop out. Digital in reverse. Let me see. I need to know. Okay. Yeah. So there could be a witness to somebody putting something, right? Shrugging something that you consumed. Dude. Witness to the... Did Lindsay's husband put something in her food and drinks? Yeah, we've got sad and emotional in reverse. So obviously they're not going to care harming you physically. Confirmation of Lindsay's husband. Yeah, okay. Bro. So we've got somebody witnessed, shrugging, okay, not sad about it, was gonna act when there was a medical emergency. I don't know if you had to go to the hospital unexpectedly, years ago, however long ago, maybe didn't feel good, or this is something in the works. You know what I mean? That's where it gets dangerous too. People are gonna do anything. People will literally toss out their day one, okay? Fire. Yeah, they're gonna get burned. That was just stuck to my finger though. Hold on, let's regroup. Hold on. What do we need to know? What does Lindsay need to be aware of at this time in her physical surroundings? Okay, so maybe also stay hydrated, but getting hydration from other sources, right? So the H3O, I believe it's called, celery juice, cucumber, watermelon. So we're not just drinking dead water, right? And when we are drinking water, also, if it's not alkaline water, doing a little baking soda, alkalizing the water, just changing the pH level, I mean. Okay, let's see what else we need to know. Also, to make sure that you're taking care of your body. This one says foam roll. Foam roll, stretch. You could already be I don't know if you do like workout classes or you've been thinking about that. And that's the thing too, when you messaged me, it's like, it's the first thing I thought of. Take care of yourself in every aspect, right? Like I said before. So right now we know we need physical activity and we need hydration. High vibrational things too. Things that are going to pass through you, right? I always say that, but it's so true because of also just the energy that's... Think about how many times you've been frustrated cooking, you know what I mean? Like for your husband, it's like that energy goes into the food, you consume that food, and then the ingredients that are in it by design, it's like things sit inside of us way too long, okay? So we need to, and especially if this is happening, it's like we want to clear out everything, because if there is anything in your food and drinks, right? I was gonna say, I don't know if you have cameras in your house, right? Where you can just go back and look at them, or if there were to be a time where you were to feel sick, you know what I mean? Or if somebody, honestly at this point, if somebody comes to bring you any food and drink, fuck it, right? We say thank you, throw that bitch right in the trash. Okay? Dude, and I don't even mean to laugh. Yeah, it's like 10-10. I feel like you already know that you have an entirely new journey coming ahead where you have to be a stronger, better version of yourself. And it's like, if anybody thought that they could throw you away, they will, I feel like, what movie was that? They will rue the day that they thought. Okay, we've got grapes right on top too. Grapes make me think of the lungs. I don't know if you do schmirk at all, but there is something in grapes, antioxidants in grapes that are beneficial to the lungs. So let's see what else. Flood the lungs. Hold on. Or it's like you could have noticed maybe if you had trouble breathing, and that could have been a result from something that you were given, right? Could have been from a frequency. And then ravens communicate with you. So if you've been seeing birds, confirmation on that too. All right, let's see. Actually, let me grab a new pile. All right. Right in the middle here. Self-care is paramount. Yep. And you don't even need, you know what, too? Ocean eyes. Ocean eyes, overnight millionaire. You're that bitch. Okay, so it's also too, it's what you're saying to yourself in your head, right? If you look in the mirror and you think something about yourself that isn't kind, that's obviously normal, right? 2, 3, 4, as I said that. Say something out loud, right? Say something nice about yourself out loud so your body is hearing these things, especially in the shower, when you're driving. This is something I'm very repetitive on because it's so powerful. And I feel like I probably sound stupid to certain people, but it's like, no, like this, like right now, right when you see this, before you go to bed, I am beautiful, I am this, like whatever you want to say, take a few minutes and visualize what you want to see out of your life. How are you gonna get there, right? Because it's not how we get there, but it's like you can also visualize just, again, goals, anything that you want, but make it a point to do that. Pay attention to how you feel on the inside, but also physically too, okay? Because all of these cards that came out, it's like nobody's gonna get away with anything if anybody did harm you or is attempting to harm you now. Distraction warning. Okay. I feel like you're literally ahead of the game on this. So we'll get one more from here. Let's get one last card for Lindsay. What does she need to know? Yeah, dude, it's like we could literally, as I said it, you picked up, I mean, you honestly could have been planned to be offed. Or somebody's, there's the distraction again. So taking your energy through distractions, but also don't let anybody play in your face too. But when I say that, you don't have to call anybody out. If anybody's playing in your face, right, either gang stalkers, people just bullshitting you, don't feel like you're being facetious by just being still, observing. Don't react, don't give them what they want, don't allow them to make you look a certain type of way and attempt to get that on the record or whatever. Just be still, observe, and if I were you, I would start fasting immediately or just eat less and less and really evaluate your surroundings, how you feel around your husband, and just pray for clarification. Pray. It's like pray over everything, pray on things that you're debating, and just seriously, thank you for booking this, and I will be around if you need more clarification, but this was wild, dude.